Good afternoon and welcome to the home news on OSBC TV. My name is Mutunrayo Ayegbayo. The Osun State government has congratulated all the teachers for their strong commitment, patriotism, resilience, and hard work in the promotion of education in the state on this year's World Teachers' Day celebration. The state government, through the head of service, Dr. Olowogbega Oyibade, in a statement explained that through the good work, teachers of the state are doing a great job. The students of public secondary schools emerged the winner of a presidential technology competition and won federal government scholarship awards to study to PhD level. The statement recalled that through the science of industry of the teachers in the state, some of the students in public schools emerged among students the highest scores in the unified examinations conducted by Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM. The state government said it is proud of their vigilance in making examination malpractice a near impossibility in the state, thus restoring credibility and public confidence in public examinations in the state. It stressed that with the dignified supervision of teachers in the state, cultism and drug addiction have no place again, as firm discipline is maintained at all times. As teachers in the state join their colleagues all over the world to mark this day's World Teachers' Day, Commissioner for Education, Honorable Folorunsho Oladoyin, has urged them to reflect on ways to improve their job efficiency for the good of their students and the state at large. He stated this in a release made available to newsmen in Osogbo to congratulate teachers on the occasion of the World Teachers' Day, which has as its theme, the transformation of education begins with teachers. The commissioner promised that the administration of Governor Oyetola will continue to do what it takes to improve the welfare of teachers for the overall good of the state's education sector, while expressing gratitude to the teachers for their commitment and cooperation with the present administration in the ever-increasing resolve to reposition the state's education sector for better results. The former lawmaker said Governor Adegboyega Oyetola's administration will never joke with their welfare. He said the present government recognizes teachers as major partners and stakeholders in the quest to revamp the state education sector and give school children quality and qualitative education to guarantee them a better future. Osun State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal has adjourned further hearing of pre-trial conference till next week Thursday. This is to allow parties in the case file various motions raised before the tribunal. Adeyemi Abodiani has the details.
The Osun Election Petition Tribunal had resumed proceedings for the pre-trial conference after a week adjournment to allow respondents replied to notice of pre-trial conference served on them by the petitioners at the resumed pre-trial conference today. Counsel to petitioners Lasun Sanusi as a head had raised issues on the schedule of proceedings to be adopted by the tribunal when the case goes into full trial. According to Lasun Sanusi, the sitting hours for the tribunal as proposed by him should be from Monday to Thursday and should be from 10 in the morning till 1 in the afternoon, following which a short break will be observed, after which the tribunal will resume the proceedings till around 2:30 in the afternoon. On Fridays, the tribunal proceedings will last between 10 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. Counsels to the first, second, and third respondents, Paul Ananaba, Kehinde Ogunwumiju, and Dr. Alex Zion, all senior advocates of Nigeria, raised no objection to the sitting hours, which was adopted by all the parties. Following motions raised by the petitioners and the respondent, the tribunal had to adjourn pre-trial proceedings till next week Thursday to enable parties file the motions and allow necessary responses. Speaking with newsmen after the adjournment, counsel to first respondent Paul Ananaba and counsel to the third respondent Dr. Alex Ezio applauded the proceedings, which denoted are in line with the enabling guidelines.
Part of the rudimentary stages of hearing, you will hear there are motions filed here and there. A court does not hear a process filed by a party without affording the other party to react. There are some of the processes filed today. There are some of processes filed yesterday and served last night or this morning. There will be need to react to those ones, and those who file such processes will still need about 48 hours to react by way of reply. So when all these things are taken together, that is when the tribunal will be competent to take argument and then adjourn till the hearing of the main petition and then fix dates for the petition.
Today, hearing began, and the 6 motions that have been filed will be taken on the 13th of October. And pre-hearing will continue to that day. Everyone should have his gunpowders dry until those motions are taken, and thereafter pre-trial will go on and conclude, and then a date will be fixed for hearing.
The only challenge was that the judgment was not available for us to make that oral application. And the court, the tribunal, ordered that we should put it formally. And we tend to do so. We are already filing it right now because we've gotten the judgment. We file it alongside. We had other 2 applications before this one. Those are all to be taken on the 13th of October, challenging many things on the petitions. We will come up for argument on that day.
Representatives of the ruling All Progressive Congress and the state vice chairman of the party, Alhaji Tajuddin Lawal, and chairman PDP Caretaker Committee, Akindele Akintunde, also expressed their satisfaction with the proceedings.
Going fine, except the PDP lawyers are trying to delay the proceeding of the court, which is not a problem for us. We are only sure that this case is for us because it's very clear. We are going to win the case. They are just trying to use delay tactics.
The legal team of the governor to quietly come to the tribunal today.
The pre-trial conference will resume next week, Thursday. Adeyemi Aboderin reporting for OSBC News.
Out of border, far away. Children also, they don't have...
Meanwhile, the ruling All Progressives Congress APC has taken steps to appeal a federal high court Abuja ruling, which had nullified candidature of Governor Adegboyega Oyetola for the July 16th governorship election. Similarly, the party has also made a move to report the judge who delivered the ruling in contravention of a similar case by the Supreme Court to the National Judicial Service Commission. State Secretary of Progressives Congress, Alhaji Kamaldeen, allowed disclose this while speaking with OSBC News.
Heard about that judgment, and our lawyers already, they've studied the judgment, and as we are talking now, we are appealing that judgment. Court of Abuja. But notwithstanding, that judgment has been already decided. And therefore, that judge to have taken to decide again on that case is what is baffling us. But notwithstanding, that is judicial rascality, and we won't let it go. In fact, as I'm telling you, the judge will be reported to the NJC for sanction.
Final burial ceremony of Madam Abigail Onikoyi Abiodun begins today with service of songs and Christian wake at her residence by John Oyeniyi Abiodun's house, Balogun's compound, Okeilarongun. A release by the family says Madam Onikoyi Abiodun, who died at the age of 106, will be buried tomorrow after a funeral service at SDA number 1, Okeilarongun. Entertainment of care follows immediately at Center Point Hotel Annex, Okeilarongun. Madam Onikoyi Abiodun is survived by children and grandchildren, among whom is Honorable Abiodun Idowu, Halgon Chairman, Osun State. The matriarch of Ikupakins compound, now at Degbosun, in Ikire, the headquarters of Irewole local government, Osun State, Mrs. Raliat Olam Omokbe Idowu is dead. Daddy says he was born in 1912, left the world and on Monday, the 3rd of this month. at the ripe age of 110 years and has since been buried according to the Muslim rites. This is contained in a release by one of our children, Olatunji Idowu, who retired as an Assistant Director, News and Current Affairs of Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, Iliawi, Okebale, Osogbo. Late Mrs. Raliat Idowu is survived by children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. An uncle and Mrs. Lamlatu Yakimi, Rashid Idowu, Alhaji Olatubosun Idowu, Olatunji Idowu, Dr. Hamid Idowu, and Olabintan Idowu. A special fidel prayer for the repose of the deceased will soon be announced by the family. And that ends the state news on OSBC TV. Join us at 5 for the major report. Thanks for watching. Good afternoon.
ẹ káàsán ìròyìn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun la mú wá fún yín. Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ ti káwọn olùkọ́ kú oríire fún ìfarajìn àti iṣẹ́ takuntakun wọn nídìí ìgbélárugẹ ètò ẹ̀kọ́ nípínlẹ̀ yìí. Ní báyìí táyàjọ àwọn olùkọ́ lágbàáyé kò lónìí. Èyí jẹyọ nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan tó lórí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọba nípínlẹ̀ yìí ọ̀mọ̀wé Ológbóyèga Oyèbádé wọn pẹ̀lú ìjọba tó wà lóde nídìí àtìtún ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ sọ bí ẹni sọ gbámẹ́nubà pé ìjọba gómìnà Oyètọ́lá kò ní fọ̀rọ̀ ìdẹ̀rùn wọn ṣeré rárá. Ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń gbẹ́sùn ìdìbò gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ti sún ìjókòó síwájú di ọjọ́bọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀. Èyí rí bẹ́ẹ̀ láti fààyè gba gbogbo àwọn tọ́rọ̀ kàn láti ṣàgbékalẹ̀ tó yẹ lórí ẹjọ́ tó wà níwájú ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún. Adéyẹmí Abọ́dẹrìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ìròyìn ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ àbọ̀ rẹ̀.
Ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń gbẹ́sùn tó ṣúyọ lẹ́yìn ìbò gómìnà tó wáyé lọ́jọ́ 16 oṣù kejì ọdún yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjókòó wọn padà lẹ́yìn ọ̀sẹ̀ kan tí wọ́n fún olùjẹ́jọ́ láǹfààní láti fèsì sí ìwé ìpẹ̀jọ́ tó rí gbà. Níbi ìjókòó ìgbìmọ̀ náà ni agbẹjọ́rò fún olùpẹ̀jọ́ ọ̀gbẹ́ni Lásùn Sànúsì tó jẹ́ àgbà ọ̀jẹ̀ amòfin sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìlànà àkọọ́lẹ̀ tó yẹ kí ìgbìmọ̀ náà fọwọ́ sí fún títẹ̀lé nígbà tí ìjókòó náà bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ padà ní pẹrẹwu. Ó ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe ṣe àkọọ́lẹ̀ rẹ̀ ó yẹ kí ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún kó máa jókòó láàrin ọjọ́ ajé sí ọjọ́ àlàmísì ní dédé agogo 10 sí agogo 1 ọ̀sán kí ìgbìmọ̀ náà ó sì lọ fún ìsinmi ráńpẹ́ lẹ́yìn náà kí wọ́n padà sí ìjókòó kó tó di wípé wọn yóò so ìjókòó náà rọ̀ ní dédé agogo 2:30 ọ̀sán. Bákan náà ló ní lọ́jọ́ Ẹtì kí ìgbìmọ̀ náà ó máa jókòó láàrin agogo 10 sí agogo 1 ọ̀sán. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ agbẹjọ́rò fún olùjẹ́jọ́ kìíní, ìkejì àti ìkẹta ọ̀gbẹ́ni Paul Ananaba, Kẹ́hìndé Ògúnwùmíjù àti Alex Izeon tí gbogbo wọn jẹ́ àgbà ọ̀jẹ̀ amòfin kò tako àbá náà rárá tí gbogbo wọn sì fọwọ́ sí i lẹ́yìn tí olùjẹ́jọ́ àti olùpẹ̀jọ́ gbé oríṣiríṣi ìwé ẹ̀bẹ̀ kalẹ̀ síwájú ìgbìmọ̀ náà ní ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún wá sún ìjókòó rẹ̀ síwájú di ọjọ́bọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ kí àyè lè wà fún tapátúntapásì náà láti lè fèsì bó ṣe tọ́ àti bó ṣe yẹ lórí ìwé ẹ̀bẹ̀ wọn. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn oníròyìn lẹ́yìn ìjókòó ìgbìmọ̀ náà, agbẹjọ́rò olùpẹ̀jọ́ ọ̀gbẹ́ni Lásùn Sànúsì àti agbẹjọ́rò olùjẹ́jọ́ kìíní Paul Ananaba tó fi mọ́ agbẹjọ́rò olùjẹ́jọ́ kẹta Alex Izeon kan sára sí ìjókòó ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń gbẹ́sùn tó ṣúyọ lákòókò ìbò gómìnà tó wáyé náà tí wọ́n sì láwọn gbàgbọ́ pé ìjókòó náà bá òfin mu. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ aṣojú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú All Progressives Congress níbi ìjókòó náà tí tún ṣe igbákejì alága ẹgbẹ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun Alhaji Tajudeen Lawal àtàlága fúnṣọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú People's Democratic Party ọ̀mọ̀wé Akíndélé Akíntúndé fèrò wọn hàn lórí bí ìjókòó ìgbìmọ̀ náà ṣe ń lọ sí. Lọ́jọ́bọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ ní ìgbìmọ̀ náà yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjókòó padà. Ọ̀làwùmí Ọ̀làníyì, oníṣẹ́ OSBC.
ayé ìsìnkú màmá Abigail Oníkòyí Abíọ́dún yóò gbéra sọ lónìí pẹ̀lú ìsìn orin onígbàgbọ́ àti títẹ́ màmá náà ní tẹ́ ẹ̀yẹ nílé rẹ̀ tó wà ní Pa John Oyè ní ìyá Abíọ́dún house lágbóolé Balógun Òkè Láàrùngún. Àtẹ̀jáde tẹ́bí olóògbé fi síta fi hàn pé màmá Oníkòyí Abíọ́dún dágbére fáyé lẹ́ni ọdún 96. Màmá náà yóò wọ́ káàlẹ̀ lọ́lọ́la lẹ́yìn ìsìn pàtàkì kan tí yóò wáyé ní ilé ìjọsìn SDA No. 1 Òkè Láàrùngún. Kétò ìgbàlejò yóò sì tẹ̀lé ní Center Point Hotel Òkè Láàrùngún. Ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ àti ọmọ ló gbẹ̀yìn màmá ọ̀hún. Lára wọn ni Ọ̀rẹ́bù Abíọ́dún Ìdòwú tí í ṣe alága àwọn alága ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ nípìnlẹ̀ yìí. Ẹ̀wẹ̀, màmá àgbà tágbólé ikú pakin nílùú Ìkirè ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ìrèwọlé, arábìnrin Aliat Ọlá Ọmọpẹ́ Ìdòwú ti jáde láyé. Màmá náà jáde láyé lọ́jọ́ 3 oṣù yìí tí ṣe ọjọ́ Ajé ìjẹta lẹ́ni 90 ọdún tí wọ́n sì ti sin nílànà ẹ̀sìn Islam. Ìjọ nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan tí ọ̀kan lára àwọn ọmọ olóògbé ọ̀hún Ọlátúnjí Ìdòwú tó fẹ̀yìntì níléeṣẹ́ yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí àtẹ̀lé olùdarí ẹ̀ka ètò ìròyìn àtọ̀rọ̀ tó lọ níléeṣẹ́ yìí. Ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ àti ọmọ ló gbẹ̀yìn màmá Aliat Ọlá Ọmọpẹ́ Ìdòwú. Lára wọn ni arábìnrin Lámúlátù Yẹ̀kínì, Rasheed Ìdòwú, Ọlátúbọ̀sún Ìdòwú, Ọlátúnjí Ìdòwú, Ahmed Ìdòwú àti Ọlábìntán Ìdòwú. Àtẹ̀jáde ọ̀ní àwọn ẹbí yóò máa kéde àkókò tí àdúrà pàtàkì yóò wáyé fún màmá ọ̀hún. Èyí ló pin ìròyìn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun fún ti àkókò yìí. Aago 5 kọjá ìṣẹ́jú 15 ni kẹ́ ẹ tún pàdé wa nígbà tá a máa mú ìròyìn ìrọ̀lẹ́ wá fún yín. Títí ìgbà náà ẹ kú ojú lọ́nà.